Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Don't mind me, just updating my band binder. Smile. Welcome back. Today we are going to talk about a very cool deck list. This is kind of the week of the band lists. Today we're going to talk about a very cool deck list. Of course, this is kind of the week of the deck lists where I am trying to get as many deck lists out as possible for the new format, so that you can have a little bit of a choice what you want to play and what kind of route you want to go. Of course, with the extravagances being this weekend, which I of course will be participating in the Netherlands extravagance. So that's going to be a lot of fun, so stay tuned for a very cool video on that, because I will be working together with Cardguild to get out the deck lists of the top cut and to get some very cool content out for you guys. So that's very exciting. So today's deck list is something that hasn't been on my channel for like a month. So it has to be featured again. Let's go. It's the Eldlich Deckprofile, better known as Eldlich. We are in a very slow format as of now, as you know, the kind of the tournaments that we have seen so far have provided, you know, Virtual World is slowing down the meta quite a lot, and the excessive combo decks, except for Triathlon, are kind of gone. So the format is really slow. The game will take like a couple of turns now, and Eldlich is in a really good spot to compete. Of course, with the power of very strong trap cards, this deck is very versatile at the moment. You can do like loads of stuff. You can play it, you know, pure, with Invoked, with Dogmatica, or like me with Dragoon, because we of course return to Monkey. And yeah, I got a really cool deck list for you guys. Of course, I am not playing the entire, like, you know, needle seeding, let's go 10,000 traps build. I am playing a lot of traps though. I'm still playing Torrential as well because I really like that. But overall, yeah, deck's really solid. I've been playing this list for a while now. I made some small adjustments for the new format, and yeah, let's just go straight into the deck profile.
Cardmarket is the best website to buy and sell your cards from. Have you bought the latest cards from Genesis Impact already? Buy them while they're cheap, collectors rare at an all-time low. And while you're at there, you can scroll down, check not the news, not the inside pages where I write text as well for additional insight. And yeah, thank you Cardmarket for sponsoring this video. I buy my cards and sell my cards only exclusively on this website. They are the best of the best. And let's continue with the video. So the deck is very heavily Eldlich based, not cutting down on any of the cards that I want to play. We are playing triple Hakuero, we are playing the counter trap as well. So this is kind of focused on a very big Eldlich package, because I think that the grind game is something that you really want to win, and having all those cards as an option is definitely really nice. So let's go into the main deck. We play triple Eldlich the Golden Lord, of course 3 of in the deck, and no reason to play it at any less than 3. Play the 1 of Dark Magician, the 1 of Red Eyes Black Dragon for the Red Eyes Fusion. Just a card that we are looking to hard draw. We are not mainly any hand traps besides Imperm, but I'll come to that later. But the last monster that I am playing is something that I have been testing for a bit now. It's Lilith, Lady of Lament. This deck, Eldlich, is only missing one thing, and that is a normal summon. A deck like Invoked really has that figured out with Alester, playing 7 copies of it. You will always have it. But there are no, like, you can play a bunch of things. I played Border for a while, but that was horrible. You can play the Condemned Witch, but I really don't like that ID. But this card is really interesting, because you are already playing a lot of normal trap cards, because they are very good at this format. And this card is really great, because first of all, you can normal summon it and use its effects. You can use its effects in its opponent's turn, and that's all good. If you open Red Eyes Fusion, you can keep this in hand to discard it. So that's also, like, there's no counter synergy there. Like, of course you cannot normal summon it, but you can just keep it in hand and then discard it, because you need discard targets as well. The other thing is, of course, you need a normal summon, because if you go for like the turn 2 play or the turn 1 play, where you have your Lord on the field, or you have a Conquistador on the field, you link it away to Link Spider, you can make Vert Anaconda, which is this summon, which is something that the deck really wasn't able to do. Which is why I played 3 Lady of Lament, which is a really nice card, and it has been working out quite good for me. Then we play the triple Red Eyes Fusion. We are mostly looking to draw it, so that's why we are playing it at 3. We are playing triple X-Ref, So kind of risky with the Dragoon, of course, but you know this card is broken, so you're gonna have to. And the most expensive card of the deck is Cursed Outland, I guess. Playing 3 off, natural. For the Eldlich package afterwards, we are playing 1 Black Awakening and 1 White Elixir. I'm still playing this because I really like the versatility of opening them and using them or searching them out later. I just really like to play these as well. Black Awakening is has fallen off a little bit for me. I like the White Elixir a little bit more. Mostly because it can summon an attack. But black is just as good, and otherwise you can just set it with your Conquistadors or your Aqueros, and then you just send it with Lord, and then it treats itself for another golden land card. The other card that is still in my deck is double for the Burial Goods. This card is virtually every every golden land or Elixir card by just sending the other type and then banishing it in the end phase. And this card has proven itself to me. I also have some side deck decks that use this card as well. I am not playing the Pancratops package in the main anymore, sadly. It was just like not really that good, you know. Make a choice, you want to go first or second. And yeah, this is the spell lineup, all very clean, all very, you know, to get to your cards style. We have to draw more cards, we have to get more cards, and we use these to get our golden land cards out quicker. For trap cards, we are playing triple Conquistador, triple Aquero, triple Sanguine, and 1 golden land forever. Still playing this because it is just really nice. If you draw it and you have access to Lord, then it's already pretty good. And late game you can just, you know, use 2 of the banished or 2 of the either the Black Awakening or the Sanguine, and then you just get your Conquistador and your forever, or your Aquero and your forever. You have an Omni Negate as well. I really like this card. There's no reason to play that any more than 3 or than 1. And for the normal traps, we are playing triple Torrential coming back in this format. This card is just insane in this deck because it doesn't kill your Lord and it doesn't kill your Dragoon, which is all you can ask for. So I'm playing triple Torrential, people still don't see it coming, and you know they have to play their deck, so they play into it eventually. And maybe this is the most expensive card of the deck. Triple Ice Dragon Prison. I'm so happy that I got this on release for cheap. This card is proving itself to be just very insane and good and strong, and you can fetch it out with Lilith, which is insane as well. And the last normal we play is Impermanence. Probably the least impactful card, but I wanted some options, you know. I want to see it sometimes, but I wanted to have some options when going second. And overall this is just a very strong card with negating the entire column, and it can come up against like a lot of decks as well. You can negate your Kuche, which is very difficult to deal with for this deck, for example, or the Synchro. I don't know their names. La 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 Lo, Lamau. For the extra deck, triple Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. Of course, you don't want to banish it. Double Pleiades. I think double is enough. I really like this card. This card has proven itself to me like all the time. It's so insane. Just getting your golden lands in their grave for 1 is already pretty good, and being able to interrupt your opponent's turn as well. For example, against Virtual Worlds, they use their effect on either their spell or trap, you just bounce it to their hand. It's just it's so good, it's so strong. Now I'm playing the 1 of Liebe, and there's an Omega in here for no reason, but this should be the second Gustav. For some reason I couldn't find my second one. The Gustav really comes up as well. It's like 5k true damage, which is already quite insane. And people really tend to shotgun their negates on the Gustav for reasons I'm not really sure. It has come up so many times where I just had 2 Lords and I wanted to get one in the grave to summon it back again. And then I just made this and they negated it or whatever. They wasted 1 resource on it, and then the Lord just came back and I still won after that. This card is just really, really strong. And the Liebe as well. It's just they can cheat your game, you know. You can just win out of them. Play the double Link Spider and I play triple Verte. You can switch this around as well depending on what you find more important. I'm playing triple Verte just because I can. You can also play 3 Link Spider because of course you will only use the Link Spider for the Aquero and Conquistador. But that's something that you really should not forget that you have the option to, because it's so essential to just keep cycling your resources in this deck. And the last 2 cards are double BLS. Another card that can just win the game on its own. There are so few decks that can actually out this one. If you make it with a Lord, it cannot be destroyed or targeted, and it's just honestly quite insane. That's it for the main deck. I don't really have a particular side deck, but I have some cards that you can, you know, put in your deck just because you can, you know. Lightning Storm, of course, being very strong this meta versus the back row, and of course sometimes the main monsters. It's just kind of dependent on what you want. Droplets is just as good as it has ever been in this deck. This deck, of course, facilitates sending cards to the graveyard, so Droplets is a natural choice, especially since Herald now is gone. Droplets is becoming really, really good again. Just a card you get definitely main or side. Dark Ruler No More has been good since the hand loop is gone. This deck, of course, can make Dragoon while you use Dark Ruler No More. They don't take damage, but you can still just pop their entire field without them responding, which is pretty solid. Then, what I said earlier, the Foolish Burial Goods package of the 1 wrestling, to send it with Goods, or to discard it with Lord, or to send it with Lord. To then summon out the Pankratops to kind of fetch it a little bit more. And then Metal Foe Fusion, you know, if you really want to swap out some slower cards. Metal Foe Fusion is a really good card in this deck as well. It only counter synergizes with the Pot of Extravagance, but that's a risk you have to take. I still really like this package, so I wanted to mention it. Something I have been testing when I played this deck is the triple spell negation. There are so many powerful spells. This day and age, you know, you have the Lightning Storms, you have the Dark Ruler No More, so not that that's really good against your deck. But this basically, you know, it forces out their droplets and it just shuts down Eldlich Dogmatica invoked so much, because they have to set their field spell and their invocation and then they just can't play. And these cards are overall just very, very solid, and definitely something to look into. Triple Artifact Lancia, of course, if you are playing against a deck that vanishes a lot. Like, this card is still really, really good versus Virtual World. Heavy Storm Duster if you want to get more back row, and I mentioned it before, it is Inspector Warder. Sometimes Dragoon is just not really good, so you can have the option to side deck the border for something like Altergeist, I don't know, it's just there to kind of show it to you guys. So yeah, this is my Eldlich Dragoon list as of post BANLIST. Of course, this deck has been featured many, many times before. I really love it, it's so much fun, I like control decks. It's one of the best ways to learn how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Because you have to get the most out of your deck to win. And yeah, what else is there really to say? If you want me to pronounce Eldlich like Eldlich, leave a comment down below. But don't forget to like and subscribe. And yeah, we will see you in the next video. Bye guys!